Hey everybody, I'm Matt Anderson. I'm the founder of Be a Rising Star, and the topic today is the 6 must-do referral habits. Hope you enjoy it. Habit 3, I was talking to a past client of mine called Mark, and it was just before the pandemic started, and he was telling me about his best referral source. And he said, I met this lady, she was an associate partner at Orlando's largest trust and estate firm. And we probably met 2 or 3 times that first year, and then in the second year she mentioned that her alumni group were having a breakfast. And it sounded really interesting, so I invited myself along. And then after the event we got talking, and that was when we discovered that we had a lot in common. And he said, when she found out that how I treated my clients was the same way she treated hers, it gave her the peace of mind to start referring me. And since then, she's become a client, her brother is a client, her mother's a client, her now 18-year-old son was an intern in my office for 3 weeks, and she's probably referred me 10 plus other people that tallies over $100 million. And he said, and I don't even need to ask her for referrals. I just have to keep her educated. Or, I mean, you put a different way, because I just have to stay top of mind with her. However, but then he added, but you know what, Matt, I think the real reason, or the real tipping point that day was I genuinely listened to what she had to say. And I know, it's funny, that sounds like a bit of a flat end to the story, like, oh, okay, but what I've learned over the years about this topic of referrals is that what tips relationships from the ones who don't refer to the ones who do is when the other person can sense that you genuinely care about them as a person and not as a source of revenue. And that's much easier said than done. And it is a big deal, because I believe, my experience in life anyway, is such that we seldom have that experience. And so I would put that to you and say, please, think about a professional in your life. They get your business, accountant, lawyer, bank professional, insurance person, whomever, just a professional person. And when you meet with them, when you get talking to them, they look you in the eye, they listen, they nod, you can tell they're listening, you can tell they're present to what you have to say. And they ask follow-up questions. They're genuinely interested in what you have to say. They know the names of your kids. They know personal things. They know who your favorite team is, things along those lines. If you want amazing results, this is where it starts. It actually starts with our identity, with how you see yourself. You see yourself as a good mother, a good husband, a good financial advisor, a healthy person, a financially savvy person, right? I talked to Ray over breakfast. If you don't mind me sharing our story briefly. I mean, he's known he was financially savvy since the age of 9. It just blew me away with his story about how he got a job cleaning at his father's church, and he did it better than the grown-ups, so they started paying him, and then he started dividing his money into different envelopes for Christmas and for tithing and for presumably some for spending. Yeah, I couldn't believe it, not least because I've got a couple 10-year-olds myself, and let's just say that's not who they are, right? So, but that's who he is, right? Anyway, but then it translates into our beliefs. So I want to just give a couple examples on beliefs as well, because this morning, after I heard Vern tell you I was going to talk about mindset, I thought I better think about this some more, and I thought, well, who have I coached that's really nailed this? And again, I wish I could stand up and give you 100 examples of people, but that would not be true, because this isn't easy. But what's interesting is a couple of the people that came to mind as I was thinking about it, what they did was they had a belief that gave them enough confidence to stay in the game, to meet the Kens and the Jerrys that could help them continue to elevate and continue then to feel like they belong at the table with the ultra high net worth individuals that they just weren't used to interacting with. And their beliefs, interestingly, were mostly around, I've worked my backside off to get here, I've earned it. That was their attitude, so that was their belief. But it morphed into an identity of, I guess I deserve and expect to work with ultra high net worth people. They didn't do all of this consciously, but when I asked them about it, that was their response. They just said, well, I've worked really hard to get here, and I think I do a good job for people, and I'm a person of integrity. Again, this is all stuff that you already believe about yourself. They just took it that extra notch higher. So sometimes your belief can absolutely elevate you into how you see yourself as well. Thanks again for watching. I really appreciate you staying till the end. And please do something useful with this, because I know it will make a big difference for you and the people that are important to you as well. Thanks again.